All right, it's Friday. Let's go. Ho! Want to get a video out again Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Do this right. And I think this month, I don't think it's life insurance month. I don't know what month that actually is. But this month, I'm going to talk about life insurance. It is actually really important for an entrepreneur. There's a few different concepts you can take or concepts you can have concerning life insurance. Today, in this video, I'm going to talk about just the basic understanding of life insurance, why everyone needs it, and why it's important. So at a very lowbrow level, as an entrepreneur, though, you definitely need life insurance. Everyone needs it, but as an entrepreneur, someone who owns a business, it's definitely something you should do. I believe one of the early owners of the Cubs, when he died, the family had to sell the Cubs, or something happened where they lost control because of everything that he owed and taxes and other costs that he hadn't paid. And when he died, it all just kind of went up in smoke for him. So life insurance is extremely important, but everyone needs it, especially entrepreneurs. The lowbrow concept for life insurance, which is actually really valuable for this, or in this way, is life insurance allows a family of a person who unfortunately has died prematurely or fortunately died at the end of a long life well lived, whatever the case may be. Life insurance allows the family of the recently deceased to absolve all of the costs that incur in death, burial, the funeral service, the cost of the home, expenses that haven't been paid, whatever the case may be. Life insurance allows the family of the recently deceased to handle that and pay them. And then they can actually, they don't have to worry about the money concerning the cost of burial, concerning the cost of, keep paying the lights for the last time in the house, or whatever the case may be. They don't have to worry about that. And so they can just focus on grieving and or celebrating. Again, if someone lived a long life that was healthy and full of good things and a life well lived, in the Christian world we call it a homegoing. It's a celebration of life. They went home. So whether you're mourning or celebrating, the last thing you want to have to deal with is balancing accounts, paying people and or businesses out of your pocket. Especially when parents who die prematurely, or again after a life well lived. Sometimes some kids have money, sometimes some kids don't, and they're always looking to one or two people to solve all the problems monetarily. So this removes all that, because life insurance at a very basic level allows your family to put you in the ground or cremate you, whatever the case may be, pay any other expenses relatively easily and painlessly, and it becomes all that aspect of the end of life becomes almost an afterthought, because it's just so easy, because the money's there to take care of it. Guys, I've seen a lot of families torn apart when an individual dies and there's no money to bury them, and then brothers and sisters go at it. Now, I've seen brothers and sisters and family members go at it for an inheritance too, so it goes both ways, and life insurance it can help with that as well. And this whole month's gonna be on life insurance. Well, the rest of it's gonna be on life insurance, and next week I'm gonna do another video on it, because I think next Friday is still January. I'm not really sure, but at the very least, with life insurance, it's wonderful, because it allows your family to cover those expenses, putting you in the ground, cremating you, paying those last bills, whatever the case may be. And it's not stressful on the surviving members of your family financially. It's there. Now, that's the lowbrow. That's the entry-level reason to have life insurance, and everyone should have it, especially entrepreneurs. If you're someone who works for a company, if you're an employee and they offer life insurance, a lot of times there's a $10,000 or $15,000 policy they just give you, but you should sign up for the highest amount of life insurance that you can that doesn't require you to get a health exam. Before I left my previous employer, I had a $150,000 policy on top of my $10,000 policy, and it cost me, I think, like $15 a paycheck, which is kind of expensive. for employee life insurance, but still, nonetheless, it was $150,000 in coverage that I had on myself that should I passed prematurely, my wife and kids would get that, basically a cumulative $160,000. They could bury me. My wife could pay off either all of her debts or a lot of them, have a down payment on a home, whatever the case may be. Again, that's the low-brow, entry-level thought process to life insurance. You want to have, at the very least, a policy that can put you in the ground or cremate you and pay all of the leftover expenses after you pass. Because, again, if you don't, it can create a very stressful situation for your surviving members that can really tear apart those surviving people, which is sad when it happens. But and again, I've seen it multiple times. It's just tragic when that happens that way. But this Friday, next Friday, talking about life insurance. This is super important. Everyone should have it, but if you're an entrepreneur, you should most definitely have it. Make sure that when you pass, whether prematurely and or after a life well lived, that they have the cash necessary to absolve any debts or costs, so that if your business is established and doing very well, your kids can take it over, your spouse can take it over and keep bringing that income in, or they can pay off those debts and put you in the ground and then possibly sell the business and make a nice chunk of change, whatever the case may be. Life insurance is great because even if you do the lowbrow thing of just enough money to bury you, it's really you loving your family even in death. It's an extremely powerful stance. It's really a position of strength. So again, this Friday and next Friday, the rest of this month, all about life insurance. This is a huge topic that I really enjoy. Next Friday, I'm going to cover life insurance in a different way, considering using life insurance as a mechanism for inheritance. That'll be next Friday. If you've liked the content, like, share, subscribe. Let's have a great 2021. Let's go.